Welcome back to Programming Logic and Design. In this section I'm going to be discussing on comparing selections and loops. Here I have a single alternative selection structure over here. You'll see that both structures, a loop structure and a selection structure, both start with a Boolean expression. In other words, a little diamond-shaped decision symbol. You'll see that they have, if something is yes, in other words, if this is true, a structure will occur. So in other words, something's going to happen when that is true. But this is where they are different. When there is a no or a yes, so either way for a selection structure, whatever comes subsequent step that follows at the bottom here, so whatever is stacked at the bottom here, will still occur. Whereas for a loop, if there is a no, this will not occur. So you will not enter the loop if this decision is false. If this decision is true, then you're going to go into the loop and you are going to do the structure. And you are going to do the structure over and over again until this has been falsified, until the value has been falsified. So a selection structure has two logical paths, true or false, that join together. A loop structure has one of the logical path branches returns to the same decision. So to the entry of our decision. Now this is logic mistake which we do, is that when we not end a file, we display the record and we input the record. Not end a file, display a record, input record. Not end a file, display a record, input record. So we can do this for as many times as possible, but it's not necessary to actually do all this repetitiousness, because the thing is here is that you don't know how many records are in that file. So you could do this 5 times, but maybe there are 10 records in that file. Then you are eliminating 5 records of that file. So to eliminate this repetitiousness, it's much easier to just put it in a loop. So you'll say not end a file, display the record, input record. Not end a file, display record, input record. So you will not only do 10 records, but if you add on an extra 5 records, 10 records, an extra 10 million records, it will not matter, because you will not have to keep doing a selection structure for not end of the file. You can just simply have it in a loop. And you're allowing the program to run smoothly, eliminating errors in your code. It just makes more logical sense. And what we're doing is it's efficient and it's structured. Please join me in the next videos, in which I'll be just starting the introduction to arrays and subscripts.